Sorry guys, we totally got cut off there. Hopefully we can get some people back. So we're talking about public speaking. We're talking about speaking to an audience and how to go about doing that. So here's, I guess I can just tell people what I'm doing, and that can kind of give them a context on kind of where they can take it themselves. And I think that could be really valuable. Andy, what's up, buddy? Whoa, dude, thanks for coming on. I am super excited about getting on a phone call with you sometime. I know you're busy, man. Obviously, the airplane project probably took a huge amount of time from the team's perspective, so obviously talking last week was not going to happen. So, but another time, that'd be great. Love to be able to just get your thoughts, just because that's what I need from you. So I'm getting a ton of content, obviously, from Gary, right? I'm watching exactly what he's doing. The tough part is I need somebody like you to be able to just it's to put it on paper, have a strategy, or else it's just going to keep me just creating content and just posting it up, right? And so I need like the structure, the details, which I'm not good at. I'm totally big picture all the way. And so someone like you is like immensely important. Hopefully, oh, you already know that. That's why you do what you do. Anyway, so I was on a live session before, and we were talking about public speaking, and I was talking about Kendall. I don't know if you follow him, but anyways, he's in California, and we were talking about basically how do you leverage public speaking, or where do I see it going, right? So I said the first thing you do is you got to let everybody know locally that you are available for speaking, right? Talk to every single chamber, talk to a bunch of businesses that have event planners, and tell them, hey, I'm available for speaking. This is what I want to do. These are the different topics I talk about, and these are things that I'm passionate about. I think the easiest right now is to show me world. So you literally just send them a link for your YouTube and just say, hey, here's an example of me speaking. And so it could be in front of a crowd, or it could just be you, I think, in front of a mic, in your phone, in your room. Maybe not your bedroom, but like an office room or something, or a conference room. And that way people can see, hey, does this person have the chops, so that the energy to engage people, can they pull them in? And I just like the idea of just changing that whole motivational speaking kind of conference attitude, where you basically go, hey, you know what? I'm going to have, and it's a great way to promote other people to get to drive butts and seats, right? It's like, hey, if let's say I have, I love stand-up comedy. So let's say I have a stand-up comic come in and open up, warm up the room. Then I come out, bang it out for an hour and a half, take a break, then boom, we come back, and then a stand-up comedian, maybe a musician, and the musician goes for 20 minutes, the comedian goes for 15, and then boom, I come back for another kind of hammer out session, and then basically, they and then I like the idea of paying different pricing based on seating, right? So if I'm in a stadium and I'm there in the center, the most expensive seats are close by, right? They're in spitting range of when I get super excited, they're going to get a little bit of that on them, and then outside of that, it starts going cheaper. Right? So if you're back in the nosebleed seats, it's just $10. And then I like the idea of connecting with concessions, selling brats and hot dogs. Got to run, Sherman. I have something for me, 15 minutes if you're free. Shoot me your number. Yeah, dude, I will. Shoot me my number. Boom, 262 271. Boom, 4411. Boom. There it is, man. Oh, that's not it. 262. Dude, if I could type with two thumbs. 4411. Dude, Dan the Man, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Dan the Man. It's even in his name, Dan the Man. Dan the Man. I was just telling my ideas about public speaking. So that's just my idea. I want to turn it on its ear. I don't like the way it's. I don't like the way. If it's always being done the same way, it's always gonna be done the same way. That's the problem, right? I have some time in 15 minutes if you're free. Yeah, shoot your number. Awesome. So Dan, the Man, what are you doing, man? What's going on in your world? What's happening? Give me the good news. So we're talking about. I'll continue. I'll finish this thought. So if you want to do public speaking, reach out to every chamber of commerce, every business in town, and then think about the format. How do you want to change it? It's just gonna be you speaking and then people leave. Is it you coming and then you shake a bunch of hands, or you do like VIP session, Q&A? I like the idea of going in and having someone warm up the room, just like a musician, right? The musician typically had a couple other people before the headliner came, right? So like the idea of like maybe a stand-up comedian, maybe someone that wants to be, has aspirations to be another motivational speaker, right? So maybe I bring in people that I know have that aspiration, so I can help promote them and get them to that next level. So maybe a musician comes, a stand-up comic comes for 10 minutes, then I have somebody that wants to be a motivational speaker, they get 15 minutes, and then I come out, I do my presentation for an hour, and then I take 15 or 20 minutes of Q&A, and then we take a break. And then during that break, though, it's just music. I just have a musician or maybe a DJ, and then come back in. It's maybe another stand-up comedian, maybe another musician, and then boom, it's me. And then that way, and then we finish off with Q&A. And so for me, I can talk about two different topics. I can kind of, and then I'm taking a half hour of time, right, or a half a day of time, and so people can feel like they're getting real good value out of it. I think for an exchange, I think about like sporting events, right? Getting in close, more expensive seats. As they get further out, they're cheaper seats. Working with concessions, having brats and hot dogs. I like that idea. I just really left a terrible work situation and have been a stay-at-home dad this week. Nice. Not that the situation, that's the situation, Dan the man, but nice that you got to be able to spend time at home. For me, there's very few things as important or as fun at being at home. Man, I love it. Love the children. Love the wife. So I'm sorry to hear that you're having a tough time at work. That's always frustrating. That can really send you in a tailspin, can it? When you have something frustrating at work, because you want to be able to leave it at home. So one of these stories that I had heard was this guy had his apprentice and he was following him, and this guy, he ran his own business, and the apprentice, as he's watching the guy, there's just a lot of fires that he's putting out throughout the day. There's, business isn't going very well, and so he's having to have tough conversations with a couple employees. They have to get laid off, or they have to reduce their hours, and so as he comes home, and the apprentice is still shadowing him for the day, before he goes into the house, he rubs this leaf on a tree, and then enters his house, and then proceeds to engage with his children and his wife, and has a smile on his face, and at the end of the night, the apprentice goes to him. He goes, "Hey, I have to ask you a question." They're outside on the patio or the porch, and he goes, "Why did you rub that tree? Why did you rub the leaf there?" And he goes, "For me, that's kind of symbolic. That's where I put my worries of the day." Because my family doesn't need to know all the things that I'm worried about at work. They don't need to be bothered by that. When I come home, they want me to be home. They want me to be fully engaged with them. And then he said, in the morning, when I wake up and I look at those things that are hanging on the tree that I put there symbolically, rubbing the leaf, they don't seem as daunting as they did the day before. And so that's the idea. Is maybe there's ways that we can kind of leave work at work, and I know it's tough, though. So I can sympathize, man. I really can. Well, I can empathize, man. Work isn't always awesome. It is now, because I really enjoy what I do. I actually love what I do. But 12 years ago, when I was looking at career and I had to go another day into Kohl's corporate office and look at the buying trends of white shirts versus blue shirts, or that size versus that size, yeah, wasn't going to happen, man. It's very hard to leave the troubles at work. Absolutely. Dan the man, gym time. The gym is, it's just, maybe you get a punching bag, man. It's just a great way to work out frustration. I literally, if I have a tough day, tractor tire, sledgehammer, and I'll beat the crap out of that tire. The beauty is that tire bounces back every single time. That thing does not move. I've been beating that thing for years with a 10-pound sledgehammer, and guess what? That tire is still kicking my butt. So keep at it, my friend. Not keep at it. Keep finding ways. I can empathize kind of what you're going through just from a situational perspective. I don't know the exact situation, so but I understand when it can get tough, and then how do we adjust? How do we move forward? How do we move beyond something, or how do we deal with something, right? Especially at work. But I'm glad you're able to kind of keep it. Sounds like you're keeping it under good control, because you're at least doing the right things, right? Spending time with family, not at the bar. And Dude, you're in Hawaii, so it can't be that bad, right? I mean, you're in Hawaii. You saw the weather where I am right now? It's like 15 degrees out, man. 15 Fahrenheit. Is that negative 10? Negative 12 Celsius? That's crazy. What are you guys like? 78, 82 in Hawaii? I should live in Hawaii. We should do that. I should open an office there. And I have an excuse to go there, write it off, send staff there. They can work a month from Hawaii. That's a really good idea, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm writing that down. When you got a good idea, you just write it down. It rains a lot this time of year. That's understandable. It can't always be paradise, right? Something's got to make that stuff grow. Got to have the rain. So let's see. Office. Hawaii. Staff. Travel. I think staff would like that. I think they would like to go to Hawaii. But a lot of people fly south for the winter. Yeah. In that case, you fly southwest. in my case, to Hawaii. Cool, man. What's got you excited right now, Dan? Let's hear that. What's got you excited? I'll tell you what I'm excited about. Two things. One, I'm going to have a conversation with Andy Kranek in about 10 minutes. Super excited about that. Andy, if you don't know, he's the director of brand management for Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't know who Gary V is, I can't help you. Well, actually, just Google him. You can find out. He's an amazing entrepreneur, really out there. From a standpoint that holding himself out there from a social media perspective. But I think, Dan, we might have connected through Gary Vee, so I think you know exactly who he is. So I'm excited to have a conversation with Andy and just asking him ideas about how to scale my social media so that way it's a little more succinct. I need a higher level of quality on my stuff instead of just me pushing out content. And so I want to be able to figure out how I can change it to that next level of quality content without with leveraging other people and their talents. And that's what I need to be able to figure out, because that's what he does. He manages all those people. You have a great memory. Thanks, man. How old's your little one, by the way? My little one is 5 months old. I think yours is probably 14 months? No. 12 months? A year? Yeah, a year? Your little one just turned a year? Super exciting. To see life through their eyes is just really unique. It's fun. It's exciting. And then so that's what I'm excited about. The other thing I'm excited about is just some of the cases that I'm working on here with clients, and then the partnership that I have. It's continued to go forward, and so that's always exciting. Movement forward. It's all constant movement forward is key. So, all right, I better be headed out. I need to head home and. I need to check my email for the day. 6 month. All right, going to work on my own business for the next month while looking for a job. It's a better fit than previous. Dude, let's connect on the phone. Hit me up here. Let's get on the phone. I want to help Dan just crush it. What are you gonna do, Dan? Do you know? Calendly.com. I want you and I to get on a phone call because I like you. Sherman On. House of Jess. What's up, House of Jess? Oh, it's Calendly. Calendly. That's what it should be. Okay, Dan the man. Let's get on a phone call, dude. Half hour. Let's talk shop. I want to know how I can help you. I have some decent contacts. Not a ton in Hawaii, but I got a couple. I want to help you win, bro. And then you can tell me what you're looking for. I'd love to help out. House of Jess. What's going on? I think they dropped off already. So let's hook that up, Dan the man. I'd love to see how I can help you. I like helping people. Yeah, get it. So then that way you can look at your calendar, look at mine. So when you book it, just book it on you can just book it on Hawaii time, and then it'll just forward it to me. Like, you know what I mean? So if you book it, let's say 8 a.m, it's already going to know that's going to be like, 1 o'clock my time, or whatever the time zone difference is between us and us in Hawaii. I should have that memorized, really, just because it's just a fun place to go. But I don't think you guys have daylight saving time, so it changes that 1 hour where we go ahead and go back, and because you guys don't have daylight saving time. Which, by the way, a lot of people call it savings, like it's a savings account. It's not savings; it's just saving. It's singular. So yeah, hit me up, bud. And I'm gonna get off this live session. Appreciate you, Dan. Have a great one. Appreciate you, House of Jess, if you're still on. Appreciate you, Andy, for getting on earlier. Sherm's out.